Tonight, I will tell the story of a man the world only saw in images, not the shadow that moved behind him. Donald Trump, a name that swallowed power, but there is something in his past he still tries to escape. Donald Trump was born on June 14th, 1946, in New York City. He was a real estate businessman and built towers and hotels. The Apprentice made him famous. In 2016, he became President of the United States. Trump always said he made his fortune himself, but documents show his first millions came from sources he never explained. If revealed, his empire might have fallen before it began. As a child, he was sent to a military school. Teachers said his anger was strange. No control, no remorse. Some say darkness awoke in him there. Trump had many friends, but they shared one fate. Either they grew rich, or they were destroyed. Being close to him was like walking on a razor's edge. No one knows why names, witnesses, and files suddenly vanished. No explanation. No trace. Just silence. They say Trump is obsessed with control, obedience, and his image. But those close to him say otherwise. He fears being alone. Not physically, but alone in his mind. He sleeps very little at night. They say he speaks of nightmares that always end with one phrase: "They are coming back." But who? When he rose to power, some said the world entered a new era. But those closest say before any decision, he called a place where no one knew his identity. His financial files were sealed for years. When part of them leaked, all eyes saw one thing: money trails leading to dark places. Trump always said he had many enemies, but perhaps the real enemy was beside him all along, someone who came with him from the start and was never seen. During elections, the media war raged, but behind the scenes, other things happened. Nameless meetings, calls from unknown numbers, warnings never made public. His old bodyguard said sometimes he stared at a wall for hours, as if someone on the other side spoke to him. When approached, he whispered, "Do you hear them? Wealth, power, fame." He had it all. Yet something always seemed missing. Something he sought in every deal, every enemy, every battle. When he fell, he said only one thing: "The game isn't over." But the question remains, the game for what? And with whom? Trump destroyed his enemies, not with bullets, but with information. Information from unknown sources. Anyone standing against him fell before the final blow. They say he kept secret files. Files about powerful people. Names, dates, secrets. Keys to influence. Keys to survival. In the White House, a room existed only he could enter. No cameras, no recordings, no notes. Just him. And calls that remain anonymous to this day. Some say his downfall wasn't accidental. An agreement was made. Stay silent, and all would be buried. But he did not stay silent. The night before leaving the White House, a room stayed lit until morning. 6 sealed envelopes were taken out. After that night, some top politicians changed. Strangely. He left, but his shadow remained. The media thought it was over. But those who saw closely said, Chapter 1 is done. Not the story. Today, Trump is wealthy, free, active, but a fear remains in his eyes. A fear only one person understands, the one who started this game. The real enemy wasn't the media, politicians, or countries. The enemy was part of the system he sought to control. They say he now holds a secret in his chest. A secret that, if revealed, would change not just politics, but the map of the world. This man is not a hero, nor is he the devil. He is the result of something greater. something whose name has yet to be spoken. Trump's story isn't over. It just went silent. But every silence breaks one day. And when it does, the world will understand what the real secret was. Some say the silence around him was more dangerous than his words. Not because of what he did, but because of what he didn't say. Truth can burn, even when unspoken. There were nights he disappeared for hours. No guards, no cameras, no trace. When he returned, his eyes looked older, as if he had spoken with someone only he could see. One question follows him everywhere. Who gave him the map that led him to power and to fear at the same time? No one knows, or no one dares to speak. They say every empire has a master, and every master has a price. But his price was never paid in money. It was something deeper, something he can never reclaim. When journalists searched for the truth, doors closed. When witnesses tried to speak, voices vanished. It was as if the truth itself was under arrest. Some believe he is both player and pawn. A man writing a game that someone else designed long before him. A king on the board, but not the hand that moves it. There is a document they still hide. A single page, they say. Not long, not detailed, but powerful enough to break the silence of an entire world. His legacy is a mirror of two faces, one the world sees, and one only the shadows recognize. Which one is real? Even he may no longer know. The story is not about one man, nor one election, nor one nation. It is about a system that feeds on secrets, and a secret that still breathes, waiting to be named. This chapter ends in silence, but silence is never the end. Because the question remains, was he the author of the story, or just another line in it? This was only the beginning. If you want to uncover more hidden truths and dark secrets, make sure to subscribe to Behind the Secrets. Your support helps us reveal what others try to hide. Don't miss what comes next. The truth is waiting.